This is a headline from the Mail Online from just yesterday. I'm afraid I'd be abusive, and that's in quotation marks. Men reveal the real, that's in capital letters for emphasis, reasons why they don't want to have children in shockingly honest confessions. That's quite an attention-grabbing headline right there, isn't it? I'm afraid I'd be abusive. And there are 4 little subheadings here. Hannah Carter for Mail Online. Men from around the world, so this is a worldwide survey we have here, have opened up on secret sharing site Whisper. Some men admitted that they're terrified of becoming like their own fathers. I'm starting to get the impression that this is a little bit man-bashing. Others are keen to keep their freedom and independence. MGTOW, I'm assuming. But honest types, does that mean the others aren't honest, revealed that they simply do not like children. Now, you could be forgiven if you saw this, say, on the front page of a newspaper, at a newspaper stand, and you purchased it, and you'd think, well, this is some huge survey that's been carried out into men, that says here, men from all around the world have opened up a huge survey. How many would you think? 1,000? 10,000? For a worldwide survey, I'd think at least 100,000 to get a fair and accurate idea of why men aren't don't want children. This was 15 men. 15. And the Mail Online, and they're not the only ones to report this either, by the way. And they've included all 15 quotes from all 15 of these men in the below the small article. It's a very small article, and then it's just the quotes from these men in huge letters with big photos, and to me it just seems anti-male. That's the impression that I get. Anyway, I'll just give you what Hannah Carter has to say. First of all, the article, which is very brief. Becoming a parent is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever have to make. And men from around the world, yeah, all 15 of them, out of God knows how many billions of men there are in the world these days, reveal the reasons that they are avoiding fatherhood. Several admit, they say on the secret sharing site whisper.sh. And they do leave a link, in fairness, at the bottom of this article, but they don't actually mention the fact that there are only 15 men and 15 quotes. Anyway, several admitted that they don't want to have their own children as they're worried they will turn out to be just like their own fathers, while one man explained his fear of passing his mental health issues onto his offspring. Well, that's reasonable. Another said that his wife agrees with his plan for a child-free life. Others were brutally honest about their issues, with one man saying that he fears turning out to be an abusive father because of his anger issues. So, 15 men, one man fearing that he'd become an abusive man. From being scared of failure to simply not liking children, these are the reasons men have decided to remain child-free. See, it gives you the impression that it's definitive, it's conclusive, it's scientific. That's the impression that I get. Maybe Hannah Carter didn't intend it that way, but that's the impression that I get. I get the impression that this, even though it is based obviously on genuine quotes from genuine men, it is fake news. I'll just give you a few quotes from the guys and leave it at that. Pin the article to the top in the comments section, and there are 450 comments on this. You know, I can't help but wonder that, with 450 comments, and the Mail Online is a huge publication, goes all around the world, and I wonder how many single, childless, desperate women, career women, lonely women desperately wanting families and men in their lives, they read this thinking that they were going to be, that all was going to be revealed to them, the real reasons why, and because that's what it says, the real reasons. Well, as far as I'm concerned, and I admit I've done those surveys, but from my experience of listening to guys who don't want children, is that the main reason they're terrified of having children because of the utterly corrupt divorce system. You have children, you then end up loving them, they become the most important people in your life, and then your wife divorces you on her whim, maybe based on the false accusation of domestic violence. The hysteria for that, of course, is created by the mainstream media and politicians and feminist organisations. They're all in it together, and then you end up divorced. You lose your house and home, your property, your pension, your children, your savings can be can and often are taken away from you in the divorce course. I know I'm preaching to the converted here. Then you have your children taken away, the worst of all, denied all access to them, and you still have to pay for them. Thank God that's never happened to me, and thank God for MGTOW. Anyway, I'll just give you a few of the quotes and then leave it at that I think. But with 450 comments, and the comments are they're all over the place. All sorts of opinions there, including, of course, divorce. I never want to be a father because mine was a complete failure, like his father and probably his father. This guy clearly has issues. Sounds like a self-hated leftist to me. I never want kids because I don't want to pass down my mental illness. Well, yeah, that's if you have mental illness, then it's a good idea not to have children. Unfortunately, feminists who are heterosexual and leftist, they do generally tend to breed, and they pass their mental illness down onto their kids. And I'll finalise with, I feel like all the girls my age who are into me already have kids. I feel bad, but I can't date someone with a child because I don't want to be a father figure. Well, who the fuck can blame him? You're bringing up children who aren't your biological own. You're a walking wallet. That's all you are. And what happened to the fathers of these children? The odds are that most of them were kicked out in the divorce system, and every single mother that I've ever met who wanted to get her hooks or tentacles into me, they all had a sob story. Every single last one of them. It was never their fault, nothing to do with them, and the fathers were nowhere in sight. And in some cases, of course, the fathers genuinely do abandon their children, but in most cases, they've been booted into oblivion and driven away from their own families. Anyway, I'm getting a little hoarse here, so I'm going to finish up there, but let me know what you think in the comments section. Why do you think that most men don't want to, not most men, but most men who don't want to have children, I should say, why they don't want to have children? Yet again, Daily Mail, I think, shame on you. Try and do a proper article next time, and thank you very much.